Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and today I think I'll go for a world record number of sirens from saying super secret police. Just like that one. Now if you're listening to today's video with headphones on, you might want to turn the volume down just because of the quantity of sirens going on. But then again, you won't hear me whisper then. Anyway, as you'll probably know, we've got a super secret police base, we've got a super secret police flying car, and we've got a super secret police riot truck. But I've bought a load more super secret police parts, all sorts of different ones in there with their logo on, because they do like to use that quite a lot. So we can do much more. And one suggestion I've had from quite a few people is a super secret police rail wagon. Yep, really good idea, well worth a bedoing. Now, for those of you that don't know about the super secret police in Brick Nottingham, they think that they're an elite crime-fighting force, but they're actually a load of overfunded, inept buffoons who arrest the innocent. And as I've said before, every situation they attend, they make a whole lot better. They are totally appropriately armed and use necessary force to arrest dangerous criminals. And best of all, they do not censor everything I say. Anyway, on with the build. Now, for every successful super secret police build, we need a few things. First of all, we need the very characteristic black and white sort of colour scheme, where we've got a great big black band, white band, black band, like all their other vehicles. The second thing we need to do is then cake the whole thing with red and blue lights all over the place so they can flash menacingly. The third thing we need is absolutely loads of logos all over the place, because they absolutely adore that. Fourth, we need kind of weapons and spikes all over the place as well, because they're very sensible indeed. And fifth, because I'm doing a super secret police prison wagon, yes, I'll also need people arrested for nothing due to just, well, incompetence. Oh, that's odd. That one seemed to get through the sensor. Anyway, let's get on with that build. So I'm using a 2x10 and a 2x14 plate with some buffers, and then a 6x16 base with some corner plates on the end to build our platform. And then I can add some train wheels, just inset a little bit so it goes around corners nicely. Now for the underside, I want to start using that sort of white middle section. So the thing that I found might work best is this great big piece, which is generally used on the cargo wagons, but that really does start off that white colour scheme for that middle really well, doesn't it? So it's got this little space underneath, and we don't want to waste that. So I thought I'd add some more black and white pieces that will enable me to add the first of the many, many logos that can go on this build. So I'm going to use these 2x2 tiles with the super secret police logo on. And I think that looks rather fantastic, doesn't it, already? And then that can get squeezed onto there. Oh, yes. It's kind of good already, if you ask me. You just put a pen now with some people in it, and that would be pretty much it done. But no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue up. Now, I'm not using the yellow sort of ends that I typically use for cargo wagons, because, well, it needs to be black, doesn't it, on the ends? But I'm going to add some ladder pieces and a couple of 1x1s next. So these will be the kind of foundation for the black sections on each end. Like that. And there is stage one of the build done. And I'm liking it already just because of those logos. Fantastic. Right, let's get building up a little higher. Okay, on to the superstructure then. And the first bit I'm going to do is add some prison bars, because I'm going to have all of the ne'er-do-wells in the centre section. So that represents the end of the black sort of section on each end, and then I can have a prison door and a prison wall on each side, and I'm deliberately having them with the doors kind of opening like that, so that would be the direction of travel. So if anyone did swing open, it would get hit back into position rather than the opposite, and it being totally taken off. So that's just a slight security measure. So that is where we're going to have all the well, accused, let's call them. And then on each end, I'm going to have some more bars to protect the guards from people trying to break in, something like that, on the ends. And same there. And then I'm going to have 4 train doors in black with this nice trans black glass as well, so it's very darkened, and that's where our 2 officers with riot shields and riot gear can go. Now those doors are a bit too black. I mean, that's what we wanted. We wanted black sections on each end, but I think it's uninterrupted too much. I think we might need more logos on there. And after all, it is a flat surface. So yeah, that definitely qualifies. So they're balanced on there. So I'll start to pin those in with just a construct of black plates and so on to go around here. Now this is where it all falls apart live on camera. Oh no, it didn't. Maybe this end will. Oh no, that one didn't as well, so that was rather good. And now I'm going to use some of these 8 long plates with the rail on just to hold it all together, and that should give it some strength and make it ready for the roof section, which we can do next. So I'll just use a 4x8 to hold that central section together as well. Okay, now we've got a bit of strength. So what shall I add for the stickers for these doors? It's quite a big area. I've got quite a few different choices. Now, this bag is absolutely bursting. I forget how many I've bought, and then I look at them all together and think, crikey, I've got quite a few, haven't I? So 2 of these I'm going to use for the roof, 1 on either end. I think that's no great surprise. So that we can forget for now. I've used 2 of those. So I think we've got 2 real choices. We can use these ones that say Super Secret Police on them. And we've got a pair there, and well, not really a pair there because the logo's on the same side of each of those. It's on opposing sides of these, so maybe I can't use them either. So that means we're pretty much typecast into using these, and I've got enough of them, so that seems fair enough. That's the only question is, should I trim them with scissors so it's just the badge, or should I try them with the white surround as well? I think a little flash of white might look good, so I'll try that first. And then I'll trim them if not. Yes, one of those on each door I think will be really good. And then we can finish it off with the roof. Well, there are the first 2 stickers moved using my patented hot tea technique. Yep. One without the background I've snipped off with scissors very carefully, and one with, just to kind of see which one looks better. And personally, I don't think there's any contest. I think this one is miles better, which is unfortunate because it's a lot more work. So I think I'll pull that one off again using the same technique and do the other 2 as well. And I think that'll look really good with all these excessive logos. Fantastic. Ho ho ho! There it is. All those logos on, and I think that looks rather good. All 4 in place. Far too many logos already, and we haven't even added the kind of roof ends yet, so that's what I'll do next. Now onto these, I do need to add some defences, because if we're going to be transporting criminals across country, we don't want people trying to break them out on top of the train, landing on the roof, sort of Lone Ranger style, and attacking our guards. So as for the spikes, I'm going to be adding these barbed wire pieces. Now these were quite common in the original Agent sets, but don't seem to have been used much since. But they're really good, and I've been collecting them largely to use in my harbour area, just to sort of defend some derelict warehouses or something or other. But I think they're absolutely perfect here, so I think that'll go really well on the black end. Then for the middle section, we'll need some white bricks, of course. So I'll have a white section next. And then that needs some flashing blue and red lights, which is very characteristic for the Super Secret Police. And then let's add some more barbed wire as well with these 1x1 modified tiles. So that will be like that. And then they can feel nice and defended inside the ends of this wagon. There we go. So, I think this is going to look good. Oh, there we go. So, how about that? I think that looks suitably ridiculous. Awesome. We've got our two black bands on the ends. We've got our white section in the middle. We've got lots of defences, red and blue lights, and far too many logos. One for every single flat surface. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, it's not realistic, of course, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be completely powerful after all. So now we just need to put the occupants inside, and the first two will be these very diligent officers with their riot shields and riot staffs and all the rest of it. And I think they're going to let us in on why each of the occupants of the middle section have been so incarcerated. So the first chap is this guy, and he looks very harmless, if you ask me. So what was the crime for him, guys? Oh, too old, apparently. So he's guilty of that. That seems a little harsh, I must say. And how about this lady? Was she guilty of being too old as well? Oh, that was for not respecting my authority. Oh, okay, right. Thanks for that explanation. And, oh golly, this is a little girl. What on earth could she have done? Apparently she's too ginger. Now that really is a bit harsh. Not cool, guys. And then this guy who's got, rather bad hair. What was he guilty of? Oh, having a bad Qui-Gon Jinn haircut. Oh, well, yeah, to be fair, that actually is a real-life crime, so that one's fair enough. Though, hey, guys, look, it looks like he's been badly bruised and beaten up. That can't be right. Well, I'm not happy with you guys at all, but I am going to put all of these four in the middle section, and these two in the two ends. This is pretty good fun, I think. Really good idea by this subscriber sent in. I've got in the middle, sat down and all pressed up against the bars with their hands poking through all of the poor people that have been arrested for absolutely no reason. And in the ends, I've got the guards, of course, looking in with their riot shields and staffs and so on. They're quite squeezed in there. It's very fiddly getting all this in, but I think the outcome is worth it, even though you can't see all of the occupants at all times. A really good addition to my incredibly long cargo train. So, yeah, thanks for that. And I really like all this barbed wire on the roof with the lights. I think it looks rather fantastic. So there's only a few more things we could even do for the super secret police. Now, I mean, I suppose a boat is something they don't have at the moment or something like that. There was talk of doing a great big mech, but yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, looking really good, but the proof will be putting it on the train. Alright, so here's our incredibly long cargo train, and its very noisy space wagon hopping along, and the new one, I think, is coming up soon. Yep, there it is. And it looks pretty cool. I especially love the fact that you can see the hand of the little girl poking through the prison bars. I think that looks rather excellent. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you appreciate this channel, then do remember to check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing part 2 of our mall. The first part went down very well. Then a brick haul on Wednesday. And then next Friday we'll do another mock build. So, until all of that, see you!